You know, every writer has this sort of secret toolbox they use to make their words sing, to give them some punch, and to make them really stick in your head. Well, today, we're going to unlock one of the most powerful and subtle tools in that box. Okay, just listen to this phrase for a second. The black rock cracked. Can you hear that? That hard, repeating k sound? It's like a sharp, percussive hit. What is it that gives this tiny sentence such a brittle, distinct feel?
Well, I'll tell you what. It's definitely not an accident. It's a literary device that works directly on our ears, a lot of the time without us even realizing it's happening. So, let's pull back the curtain and see exactly how it's done.
So what is the secret sound effect we're talking about? Let's break it down. Not just what it is, but how you can spot it and use that knowledge to understand language on a whole new level. All right, the name of this secret weapon is consonance. Now, I know it might sound a little technical, but trust me, the idea behind it is incredibly simple once you learn how to listen for it. So here it is, the official definition. Consonance is just the repetition of consonant sounds in words that are close to each other. But here's the real key, the part you have to remember. That repeating sound can be anywhere, right at the beginning, tucked away in the middle, or at the very end of a word. The easiest way to think about it is like this. Step 1, you find a consonant sound. Step 2, you just listen for its echo in a word right next to it. That's really it. It's like a sound echo that creates this subtle musical link between words. Okay, now that we know what it is, let's build your personal toolkit. How do you actually spot this thing in the wild? Think of this next part as a decoder, designed to train your ears to pick up on this cool effect. Now, this is where a lot of people get tripped up, so let's make this super clear. You've probably heard of alliteration, right? That's when the sound is only at the beginning of words, like in prancing proud. Consonance is way more flexible. That enk sound at the end of blank and think, that's a perfect example of consonance. Basically, alliteration is just one specific type of consonance. Consonance is the bigger, broader category. So here's your go-to checklist. You're looking for those consonant sounds that echo. And honestly, the most important tip I can give you, say the line out loud. Your ears will pick up on the pattern way better than your eyes will. You're listening for something that feels deliberate, like the writer did it on purpose to create an effect. Okay, so we can define it, we can find it, but why? Why do writers even bother using it? What makes this such a powerful tool? Well, it's all about the effect it creates for us, the reader. The whole purpose is about creating a feeling, a vibe. Consonance can make a line feel really musical and flowy, or it can make it feel harsh and jarring. It creates a mood. For example, harsh, explosive sounds like P, K, and T can create tension, while softer, hissing sounds like S and sh can feel gentle or even secretive. It makes lines catchy, and sometimes it can even imitate sounds from the real world. Here is a fantastic example. Stop that slouching and sit up straight. All those repeating S sounds and the hard T sounds create this sharp, almost hissing quality. It perfectly matches that commanding, annoyed tone, right? The sound totally reinforces the meaning. Now, let's look at a completely different mood. Washed their terribly transient feet. The soft shiz, suzz, and t sounds here are so much gentler. They create this rhythmic shushing effect that almost sounds like, well, like waves washing over feet on a beach. The sound literally helps paint the picture. And just one more to really drive it home. The shivering rivers glittered. Notice how those sh, v, and r sounds are all so soft and continuous? This creates a smooth, almost like liquid feeling that perfectly matches the image of a glittering river. It's subtle, but wow, is it effective. All right, let's get really practical here. For all of you students watching, this isn't just some cool literary trick. This is your secret weapon for analyzing texts and absolutely acing your exams. Okay, this right here, this is pure gold. I'd seriously recommend memorizing this sentence structure. The next time you spot consonants on an exam, you can just pull this out. You fill in the blanks, identify the sound, name the words it's in, and describe the effect. It's a perfect, high-scoring point that proves you know the term, you can find it, and you understand why it's there. So let's just quickly recap those crucial tricks. If it's only the first sound in the words, you call it alliteration. If that sound echoes in the middle or at the end, that's your cue for consonance. And please, please always say the line out loud. And remember, you are hunting for sounds, not just letters. The same sound can be spelled in a few different ways.
So there you have it, the secret sound of language, completely decoded. The next time you read a poem, or even just listen to the lyrics of a song, pay close attention. Now that you know the secret, what sounds will you start to hear differently?